Masha and the Bear is an animated television series based loosely on the Russian folk tale, Masha and the Bear. The series focuses on the adventures of a little girl named Masha and an anthropomorphic bear. Masha is depicted as a precocious, happy, kind, and mischievous little girl, while the bear is a fatherly retired circus performer that tries to keep Masha out of trouble but often ends up the unintended victim of her mischief. There are a number of supporting characters in the series, including Masha's cousin, a penguin adopted by the bear, a young panda cub who is the bear's cousin, a tiger that worked with the bear in the circus, and a female bear that is the object of the bear's affections, along with a rabbit, squirrels and hedgehogs, 2 wolves who live near the bear's house, and a pig, goat, and dog who live in Masha's front yard. Masha, her cousin and Further Frost are the only characters who speak. The others communicate through pantomime or wordless sounds. Many of the episodes have proved popular on video sharing website YouTube. In particular, Recipe for Disaster has received over 990 million views, making it the site's 14th most viewed video of all time. The other episodes with over 200 million views are, Laundry Day, with over 400 million views. Bon Appetit, with over 360 million views. La Dolce Vita, with over 340 million views. The Foundling, with over 290 million views. Too Much, with over 260 million views. Little Cousin, with over 240 million views. Hocus Pocus, with over 210 million views and 1, 2, 3. Light the Christmas Tree, with over 200 million views. In the US, the show premiered on Netflix in August 2015. Plot Television series Masha is a Russian girl who lives in the forest with her pig, goat and dog. All the animals in the forest are afraid of her as she forces them to play with her. One morning, Masha sees a butterfly and inadvertently follows it inside the home of a bear who has gone fishing. While playing there, she makes a big mess. When the bear returns, he sees the disaster caused by Masha. The bear tries to get rid of Masha, but he is unsuccessful, and he and Masha become friends. Original folk tale In the original folk tale, Masha gets lost in the woods and takes refuge in a bear's hut. When he comes home, she is held by the bear as his servant. One day, Masha comes up with a trick to escape. She asks the bear if she can leave in order to bring her grandparents some pies. The bear refuses, worried that she might get lost, but offers to take the large basket of pies to the grandparents' home himself. Masha agrees and tells him not to open the basket and not to eat any of the pies, as she will watch out for him from the top of a tall tree. When the bear is not looking, Masha climbs into the basket herself. Unaware, the bear carries her through the woods. When he sits down to rest and is tempted to eat one of Masha's pies, she calls out from her basket, "I see you, I see you. Don't sit on the stump, and don't eat my pie, but take it to Grandma and Grandpa," say I. Impressed by Masha's ability to see and hear him from afar, the bear obliges and carries on. When they arrive at the grandparents' village, the bear is chased away by watchdogs, and Masha's grandparents find her sitting in the basket. Episodes. Characters: Masha is a funny, silly and nice 3-year-old little girl. She lives in an old Trans-Siberian railway station on the other side of a path that leads to the bear's house. She likes him a lot and often visits him uninvited or not, and very often makes a nuisance of herself. Despite her mischief-making, Masha can sometimes come through with surprising actions that makes the bear happy or satisfied with the results of the day. Her parents don't appear in the series. She is voiced by Alina Kikushkina. The bear is a big bear and retired circus star who lives in a wooden house. He's Masha's best friend and often acts like a father to her. The bear's past as a circus performer has led him to pursuing various hobbies in art, music, fishing, and proudly displays the trophies and medals of his past accomplishments on his mantelpiece. He certainly cares for Masha but often tries to keep her out of trouble or out of his business, and is not afraid to be stern with her. His noises are provided by Oleg Kurtsevov. Masha's pets are a dog, a goat, a pig, and, in the first episode, chickens too. They live outside Masha's house in her front yard, but almost every time Masha comes out they hide themselves to avoid her. The pig is often forced to play with Masha, who makes her dress up like a baby in a stroller, and sometimes the pig likes to show off her dancing skills. The wild animals are a rabbit, squirrels, hedgehogs, and 2 wolves. Masha and a certain rabbit often play hockey together, and the rabbit is occasionally an antagonist of the bear. The 2 wolves live in a derelict ambulance on top of a hill and often look for something to eat, and strangely act as medics for any apparent injuries or illnesses, though they sometimes fear Masha. The female bear is a female bear. The bear is enamored of her and sometimes goes out of his way to impress or even woo her. The first time she rebuffed him in favor of the black bear, only to realize how self-absorbed he is, and another time she turned her nose up at the bear's banjo playing as she preferred more modern music. Even so, the female bear usually opens up to the bear, such as the time she agreed to have dinner with him, and she is sometimes kind to Masha, such as giving her a fashion magazine, helping to train her for her tennis match against the black bear, and helping her learn to ice skate. Dasha is Masha's twin sister from Moscow. She looks like Masha but she is very different. She has beige hair, blinded eyes, wears blue glasses and an orange dress. She is afraid of the bear and calls him Shaggy. Panda is the bear's young cousin from China, a panda. He and Masha are rivals, often bickering every time he comes for a visit, but they occasionally get along and have fun together. Tiger is a tiger and the bear's best friend from their days back in the circus where they both performed. The black bear is the bear's worst enemy and the bear's chief rival for the attentions of the female bear. He has an arrogant and unsportsmanlike personality, cheating to win against Masha in a tennis game, and laughing at her when she grows gigantic. Penguin is a penguin that first appears in The Foundling, as an egg that Masha finds and makes the bear hatch. The penguin quickly imprints on the bear as his mother and the bear forms a sincere bond with him but chooses to send the penguin to live in Antarctica for his own health. Even so, they stay in touching the penguin once visited. Furtherfrost is a Santa Claus-like character from Russia. Furtherfrost appears in holiday-themed shows. Awards. At Kidscreen Summit 2015, Masha and the Bear won for Best Animation in the Creative Talent category. References: Masha and the Bear. Russian Crafts. Retrieved March 19, 2015. Most viewed videos of all time. YouTube. Retrieved July 16, 2015. Get Movies Uploaded Videos. YouTube. Retrieved July 16, 2015. Thuith degree nth degree th thuith micron th squared th micron th no uploaded videos. YouTube. Retrieved July 16, 2015. http kidscreen.com 06 Netflix picks up 7 new kids series / 2015 Kidscreen Awards winners. Kidscreen. Retrieved May 31, 2015. External links. Official site. Thuith degree nth degree th thuith micron th squared th micron th no official YouTube channel, Masha and the Bear at the Internet Movie Database.